So, welcome everyone. I'm delighted to welcome you to our 2020 Scholarship Awards ceremony. UTS is about transformative learning experiences. The engineering and IT faculty is recognised for practice-based education, and we're proud to say that we play a leading role in supporting the future STEM workforce. A key focus of our degrees is enabling students to gain real-world experience during their studies. We are committed to developing strong industry partnerships in support of our models of learning, and that includes the internship and scholarship programs. I'd now like to hand over to Professor Miriam Emile, our Associate Dean, Corporate and Consortia, to formally welcome you to the faculty.
Thank you, Anne. Let me first thank you all, students, industry sponsors, donors, and UTS staff for joining us online today. We are very excited to have you come and participate to the Faculty of Engineering and IT Scholarship Award online. I see that we now have 122 people and still some coming. So this is fantastic. And the fact that you've all taken the time to be part of this really tells us just how important scholarships are to someone's career. So turn on your videos and show us a bit of your lives. We love to see that. At UTS, we are super keen to engage our students in creative and inspiring learning and to help them build strong professional identities and to become future-focused graduates and great global citizens. Years back, when I was a student myself, I was the recipient of a scholarship. I actually remember quite well the day I was told this. I just couldn't believe it. I thought maybe there had been a mistake. And with the financial support that the scholarship provided, I was able to pay my rent and to live closer to the uni. But beyond that, it also made me grateful. It made me wanting to work harder and wanting to give back. It also made me more confident, as like our students today, I was selected for this scholarship. Confidence and desire to contribute are exactly the sorts of qualities we want to help our students develop. Thanks to our sponsors and donors, our scholars have the opportunity to engage in real-world opportunities and to become confident professionals with practical hands-on experience. This year's scholarship totaled almost $4 million. We feel privileged and very grateful for the great support our students get from our many sponsors and donors. The scholarships vary in length and benefits. They may be merit and equity-based to attract high-achieving students, support women in engineering and IT, Indigenous students, and students with financial disadvantages or educational barriers. Social justice, equity, and respect for diversity are very important to our university. This is the environment we want to provide for students to develop their awareness, their thinking, and their identity as professionals and global citizens. With the support of donors this year, our faculty has offered 7 scholarships to students from disadvantaged backgrounds who have financial difficulties or face other educational barriers. These scholarships are part of the UTS commitment to the idea that as a university, we have a broader social responsibility. For the first time this year, we are also pleased to welcome 3 new donors supporting 3 Gallowa Indigenous engineering scholarships. These donors have also been longtime partners of the Gallowa Engineering and IT experience that supports high school Indigenous students and help them build educational aspiration within the young Indigenous community. Gallowa means to climb in the Gadigal language, and that's because we want our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander high school students to aim high. Our support to women in engineering and IT is also a key part of our diversity strategy. This year, the faculty will award over 60% of all our engineering and IT scholarships to female students. It includes the Women in Engineering and IT Cooperative Scholarship, which is in its 3rd year of running. These scholarships, with the support of our industry partners, aim to attract, inspire, and develop young women about the opportunities available in engineering and IT. These women will undertake 3 rotational internship opportunities with the sponsoring organizations. Engineering and IT scholarship graduates continue to be highly sought after, with 78% of our students who have a part-time or full-time job on graduation. They also receive the 2nd highest starting salary after students from law. Now, I'm sure it's great to be a lawyer, but there has never been a better time for being an engineer or an IT professional than now. There are many opportunities within Australia and overseas. Engineers and IT professionals are among the top trusted professions in Australia, and for good reasons. They make ideas come to life and help shape the future. Thanks to the support of over 45 industry sponsors and donors, we are awarding 100 scholarships for commencing and current engineering and IT students. So I would like to thank all our sponsors and donors for giving our students the support they need to follow their dream. And before I hand over to Hein, I want to say once more, on behalf of the faculty and all our staff, it's my pleasure to welcome you all today, and I hope you enjoy the online event.
Thank you, Miriam. And once again, thank you to our very special sponsors and donors. Before we get on to announcing our scholars, I would like to give a special mention to our new sponsoring organisations and donors and thank them for their contribution to our program. These include Hein Publishing, which is supporting the Bachelor of Information Technology Cooperative Scholarship. The Hein Entertainment Group has been a long-term supporter of the faculty, and this year we welcome Hein Publishing as another of the group's entities. Boral Limited are also supporting the Women in Engineering and IT Cooperative Scholarship, along with BPay, Broad Spectrum, Siemens, Singtel Optus. Our new Gallowa Indigenous Engineering Scholarship is being supported by Oricon, Thales Australia, Transgrid, and WeBuild. So welcome on board to those new sponsors and donors. Now we would like to announce all of our 2020 scholarship recipients. So get your certificates ready if you're going to wave them when you see your name on the screen. You can also use the reactions to show the clap symbol or whatever you feel is appropriate to acknowledge that you've received a scholarship. So to begin with, we will announce the Bachelor of Information Technology Cooperative Scholarship recipients. In 2020, this scholarship is supported by the generous industry partners you can see on the screen, and we know these scholarships would not be available without the support of these companies. So congratulations to all of the 31 recipients of this scholarship. Now's your time. Yay! This is a 3-year scholarship which includes financial support as well as 2 6-month industry placements for each student. This means that approximately 1/3 of the degree is based in industry. Congratulations again. Our next scholarship is the Women in Engineering and IT Cooperative Scholarships. This is in its 3rd year of running and supported by our industry partners. It aims to attract, inspire and educate young women about the opportunities available in engineering and IT. These scholarships have been awarded in various engineering disciplines, including civil and environmental engineering, data engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical and mechatronic engineering, and software engineering. This is a 4-year scholarship, which includes financial support, as well as 3 very valuable industry placements for each student. So congratulations again to each of these recipients. The next scholarship that we have is the Faculty Women in Engineering and IT Scholarship. These are 1-year scholarships awarded by the faculty to support and encourage young women in studying engineering or IT. Congratulations to all of these scholarship recipients. Our next scholarship is the Engineering and IT Dean Scholarship, which is awarded to students who've shown academic excellence in their final year of high school by achieving an ATAR of 95 or above. Well done and congratulations to you. And to hear from one of our current speakers, I'd like to hand over now to Sukhpreet Pachola. She's a scholar who will share her story and what receiving a scholarship has meant to her.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to begin by congratulating all the recipients this year. You should all be extremely proud of your hard work and passion that has led you here today. On behalf of all faculty scholars, I would also like to thank all our sponsors and donors for providing the support to us. Each of the scholarships have changed our lives in different ways, and today I would like to share my experience with everyone. Before we get started, a little bit about me. I'm currently in my 3rd year, majoring in software engineering, and I was fortunate enough to be on the other end of this event in 2018 when I received the Women in Engineering and IT Cooperative Scholarship. This program has made a huge impact on me professionally and personally. As a professional and an engineering student, I have grown through the mentoring and networking. The program has enabled me to connect with the industry, create mentoring relationships through the industry placement, as well as other industry events. These mentors have shared their experiences and learnings and provided advice about my career path and how I can optimize each opportunity I have. The relationships have allowed me to feel like I have a safety net as I grow as a professional and that I can always refer to someone for advice. For me personally, this has been really crucial because when I first started off at uni, I did not have any friends or relatives that were in the engineering or the IT field. And so I was really afraid that I would not have anyone to go to if I ever needed any guidance. It has also been really encouraging to see the support for women in engineering and IT. And this goes back to my first experience where I was able to recognize this gender imbalance, which was during my first IT class back in high school. This experience really frightened me as I felt left out being the only girl in a room full of boys. And it really made me question, whether I should continue learning the subject and think about even a potential career path in the near future. I ended up creating these fears and assumptions, which this program has been able to break through the diversity I have seen in the workplace and also the initiatives the industry as well as the university are constantly taking to improve this. It has made me feel more confident about my aspirations and career path. I have also grown through the industry experience. So I was fortunate enough to complete my 6-month internship at Woolworths Group last year. This experience allowed me to create connections with the industry, see the vast amount of opportunities available within my major, connect and challenge my learnings and knowledge from uni as I complete my studies, rather than having to go through the entire process once I graduate. And I think the biggest impact I've had personally is my growth as an individual. So seeing the efforts and initiatives individuals as well as UTS and corporations are undertaking, it has inspired me to give back to the community, not only as a student, but especially once I graduate, and to help out other individuals, especially females, with pursuing their interests so that we can break these fears and assumptions. Well, I hope I've been able to provide some insight into the importance of these programs and the value they provide to the recipients. Good luck to all the recipients in pursuing their paths, and I hope to see some of you around campus in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sukhpreet. And we wish you well for the completion of your program as well. What we're going to do now is announce the scholarship recipients for current students. So these scholarships are supported by industry for UTS students who are in their 2nd, 3rd or 4th year of study. These scholarships are supported by Challenger, Oricon, Telstra and Tallis. So congratulations to all of these continuing students. Now it's time for us to hear from you. So we have a Mentimeter set up. What we'd like you to do is to log in. So use your phone or your laptop, go to www.menti.com and enter this special code 178853. Once you're there, you will see a question. So we'll just allow you a little bit of time to do that. You can see up the top of this screen what the code is to get into menti.com. And this is the question: why did you choose engineering or IT as a career or to study? Now we'd like our industry sponsor representatives to also participate in this as well as our students. So we can see that people think that it's interesting. It's certainly an interesting area of work. It's great to see that people have a passion for engineering and IT. A lot of people are keen to do some problem solving. Well, I tell you what, we've got lots of problems that need solving at the moment. Creativity is there as well, and that word challenge is appearing in a few different forms. And I'm really happy as an academic in the faculty to see that our students are up for a challenge. Opportunities and innovation, sort of stabilizing now, which is great. So the faculty has a history and an ongoing interest in innovation. So again, that's something else that's good to see reflected, as well as a passion for this area. Okay, we've got another question. So you said you were up for a challenge. Well, we're going to give you another question to answer as well. So that's our challenge for today. So what are some of the creative ways that you have been managing your work, either as a student in your study environment or in the work environment. This current year has been certainly a challenge to us all. I think the word unprecedented has probably been overused, although it is very appropriate. So some people have said using dual monitors. I certainly can relate to that. Walking the dog is a very good form of exercise. We can see exercise listed there as well. I'm sure our pets will really miss us if we ever have to go back to work. Oh, and we can see Zoom there as well. I've certainly become a bit more proficient on Zoom and Microsoft Teams. So again, that's an example of how people in the IT industry support everybody else with work. There's a lot of different apps that I've come to use for the first time this semester. And looking forward to new and interesting ones as well. Snacks still keeps coming back. So a few people have talked about being ISO fit, which means not very. And I think that's probably as a result of the snacks. Finding a hobby is a very, very good idea. That's important for our mental health and well-being. It also freshens your mind and gives your mind a break before going back to more problem solving. Okay, we've got some great responses there. Thank you very much for participating in that exercise. We're moving on now to our scholarships from donors. These range from foundations and family trusts. So the first one we can see there is the John Holland Merit Scholarship. So congratulations to all these recipients. We have another one from Richard Crooks. We Build, Western Earth Moving, the Australian Computer Society, John Hughes Memorial Scholarship, the Eleanor Dunn Scholarship from the Dunn Family Trust, the Lyndon Little Engineering Equity Scholarship, and the scholarships from the Sinclair and extended families, including the Donaldson and Kingston families. So congratulations to those recipients and thank you to our donors. One of our new scholarship programs for this year is the Gallowa Scholarships. We have 3 new scholarships under this program, and these scholarships are for Indigenous students commencing study in engineering and IT. The first one we have there is the Oricon Gallowa Indigenous Scholarship. We also recognise Tallis for their contribution to this scholarship as well, and Transgrid. Our final scholarship today is the John Hein Memorial Foundation Scholarship in Engineering. This scholarship provides financial support to assist with tuition and living expenses. We'd like to thank the John Hein Memorial Foundation, who has been a long-term partner of the faculty and supporting our scholarships and prizes since 1970. The foundation was established by the Metal Trades Industry Association of Australia in 1950 in memory of John Hein and all his work in establishing and advancing the industry in Australia. So congratulations, Jacqueline, and thank you again to the John Hein Memorial Foundation. We've got another couple of questions in Menti to give you another chance to contribute today. So please go back to the code we were using before, and we've got some more questions. The first is, what inspires you professionally? And that first one's a great one, very important to everybody. Family, friends, mentors become very important at lots of different stages of your career. So they're not only important while you're a student, but you can have different mentors for different stages of your career. That L word, learning, is something that will follow you through your career as well. So if you thought you would get all your learning over and done with while you're at university, I'm sorry to bring it to you, but you're going to be learning for the whole of your career. You need to stay up to date with new developments. It also means that you will be able to contribute in different areas of the sector if you keep your learning up to date. Innovation and passion are there as well. Again, we saw them earlier, so it's great to see them appear here as being inspirations. There's also impact and making a difference. So they are great objectives, great goals to have for individuals, but also for organisations. So it's great to see some of those responses there today. We've got another 2 questions. The first one is, how did you feel when you started your first engineering or IT role? And we'd particularly like our industry sponsor representatives to answer this one, as well as our students. For some of us, we might have to remember further back than others about how we felt at this stage of our lives. So maybe everyone's trying to remember what it felt like when you started. Or maybe too shy.
And I think I was very shy. I don't know about you.
I think that's a very normal reaction. Okay, look, we'll leave that question. Well, everyone had to start off whatever fields they were in. Our final question is, what does the scholarship you're a part of mean to you? Everything, yeah, great. So if you're a sponsor, you can see how much that scholarship means to our students. It's enabling our next generation of leaders in engineering and IT, because we look to our scholarship students to be our potential leaders. So what a contribution your organisation is making to the future of these professions. It certainly provides opportunity. The financial support is important, but also, as you can see there, the networking, the work experience, the connections, the next step. These are all about giving our students that open door into industry. So as a university, of course, we like to support our students, but we can't do that without the cooperation and collaboration of our industry partners. So thank you once again. Keep your answers to these questions in mind, because You can talk about these questions when we get into our breakout rooms in a minute or two. So I would like to close the formal presentation part of the event today, and let's have one final round of applause for all of our scholarship recipients, either physically or Zoom. Well done, everybody. And also a final round of applause for all our sponsoring organisations and for our donors as well. So thank you very much again